What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the pit.
I can't use my quiet room today to get this intro going because they're in there doing a little bit of work. So I have to put up with all the weights clanking and stuff, which is all right. So what day is it today, Nick? Well, it's Deadlift Day.
My favorite day.
I was supposed to come in here Saturday and do a little bit of work, start my deadlifts, but it is Monday and I needed the rest. Actually, I'm not even 100% sure that I'm actually ready. As I've said in some previous videos, at this point in time in my training, it just seems like my deadlifts are killing me. They're hammering me and I cannot recover from it. Kind of had an epiphany the other day. It's either going to be your rest, your nutrition, or your program. All right? And I'm like, well, I get plenty of sleep. I do get plenty of sleep to recover, for my muscles to recover. But what's that other thing that has to recover when you're lifting heavy? Your central nervous system. And I just haven't thought about that in a while. You know, when you put enough days in between your workouts, usually that takes care of itself. But once you start lifting a certain amount of weight, and yes, once you get to a certain age, you're going to have to start considering your central nervous system a little bit more. That's just the way that it is. I was watching a video with Tom Platt the other day, and he was saying that at the height of his career, he could only squat about twice a month. That was it, if he wanted to make some gains. You know, and of course it wasn't because his muscles couldn't recover, because hell, he was taking so much steroids that they could damn near recover from anything. But it was his central nervous system that couldn't recover. Bam, they're done with the work, so here I am in my quiet room. It looks like, in order for my central nervous system to stay at a level in which I'm going to be able to train every week, I'm going to have to do something with my two heavy lifts, my squats and my deadlifts. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do both of them within a week, 8-9 day period. So they say that deadlifts are harder to recover from than squats. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what they say. I'm working out with the same amount of weight with my squats and my deadlifts, so I don't know. I just don't know who's right. But I'm willing to say that there's probably not enough difference to make a difference. But I have to say that after a heavy deadlift session, my back does tend to stay sore, stay weak longer. I mean, I think it's kind of 6 one, half a dozen of another. I think you're just going to have to choose. I think if you split your squats up and only squatted twice a month or 3 times a month and did your deadlifts a little more regular, I think it'd probably even out. And as I said, there may not be enough difference to make a difference. But here's the thing. You can split your deadlift up much easier than you can split your squat up. As I've stated in some previous videos, you could do some halting deadlifts and just come up above your knee and set it down. Or you can do rack pulls where you start just below your knee and come up to the top of the deadlift position. You can split your deadlift up, which would give you the opportunity to recover better than you would from a complete deadlift from top to bottom to top. You're cutting that movement in half. This is advice that I've gotten from big lifters. I've heard Mark Ripito talk about it many times. You know, this is one of his methods. Whether you like him or not, guy's got a lot of knowledge. But since I've added a few more rest days on top of my normal rest days, you know, extended it out a little bit, I'm going to go in there and try some full deadlifts, all right? And then after this, I'm probably going to have to start splitting it up between rack pulls and halting deadlifts. And I tried this a few months ago, but it didn't stick. Not because it wasn't working, but just because I love the damn deadlift so much. It's my favorite exercise. So I want to do it. And you would think, well, if it's your favorite exercise, why don't you continue to do that instead of your squat? Because I just feel like I can move more weight more often with my squat. Yeah. Plus, your deadlift is going to wear out quite a bit of your upper body. I've even had my pecs cramp up from deadlifts. I mean, anybody that's had a killer deadlift session knows it just pretty much obliterates some of your upper body. You're just wore out just from bracing that weight. And if that hasn't been the case for you, increase the weight. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So, let's go see what we can get into on the deadlift platform today. Let me tell you something. I wholeheartedly admire these people that lift with an overhand grip and no lifting straps. Some of these people can lift tremendous amounts of weight with an overhand grip instead of like that. I saw a guy who was lifting sumo, and I think it was a record or something. I mean, the guy only lifted the weight up off the ground that much. That, in That's impressive enough. He could out deadlift me any day of the week, sumo or conventional. But what I thought was outstanding was the fact that he did it overhead grip with no lifting straps, and he was holding it with the tips of his damn fingers. I mean, it was like 800 or $1,000. I don't know. It was phenomenal. That really lets you know what people are capable of if they just train long enough. It was outstanding. That was heavy. I guess my central nervous system's not quite back where it needs to be. Felt pretty heavy, but we're still gonna roll it on up to 505. Let's just see what we're doing. You can get it done in one all-out set if the intensity is high enough. And I'm gonna show you what the intensity looks like in order to do it. You don't have to get 15 reps. Woo. That's all I have, and that's all you need. The pullover machine is the most underutilized machines in the gym, I'm telling you. If your gym has one, you need to go take advantage of it. It'll give you all the benefits of a chin-up or a cable machine without burning your biceps up. Then you can go do rows that kill your back with the added strength of the biceps that you cannot burn up by doing chins. Or you can come over here like I'm going to do and do curls. The reason I'm doing curls first is because I want my arms to get the full benefit of the strength of the bicep in order to grow. I don't want to wear my bicep down on pull-ups or chin-ups and then come over here and do curls. My back's getting enough stimulation and growth from deadlifts and pullovers and from the cable rows that I'm going to go over here and do. When you're doing exercises with cable machines and you see people using momentum, you know, they're cheating, all right? And they're cheating themselves. I know it's not a competition with anybody else, but if you're using momentum, and let's say, for instance, it helps you 15%, that's 15% you're not getting out of that exercise. Now add that up over time. You know, you're just beating yourself. By the end of the day, you've really only done maybe 2/3 of that set. Momentum is not your friend. Folks, that wraps up back day. I'm probably going to just start going up to one set to failure, just one heavy set on deadlifts. I've been doing my accessory exercises because by the end of this kind of workout, I'm done. You know, it's been a long workout. I'm going to let my central nervous system take a little bit of a break. But anyway, I'm going to leave you with this. Run across anything in life that's scary, it's intimidating, makes you want to turn around and run the other way, don't. Look at it dead in the eye and learn all you can about it. Then go over there and whip its ass. It might take you 2 or 3 times to whip its ass, but eventually you're going to beat it. You're going to grow as a person. You're going to become a different creature. And you're going to take that with you with every problem you have in the future. You're going to get better and better. And remember, never be afraid.